गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनाम् उपमस्त्रवस्त्रमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनः ऊनवान् श्रुतिभिः सीदसादनम् श्रीमहागणाधिपते नमः। हरिः ॐ। श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ. Namaste to all of you and welcome to this silent soulful Sunday Satsangs of Shree Bhagwan Ramana Maharishi. It's a great delight to be back after 2 months of a break period. I am deeply regretful for that, but I was into sadhana, Navratri sadhana, and then some travel. So there was a break from my side. And it's always been an intention to do these satsangs just for taking us into a certain space of remembrance for Sri Bhagwan in the midst of our difficult and busy lives. It would be wonderful to spare some moments at least which are purely dedicated to the remembrance. And coincidentally, it's also beautiful that today, Sunday, is also overlapping with the auspicious Mahadipam occasion, which is once in a year. And that's why it's like a double celebration for us. And Deepam is basically celebrated across various states of India, primarily Tamil Nadu and Kerala and Andhra. And it is a festival of lights. So, how does this signify? What is the signification? Is that light is something that dispels darkness, and the Guru's light in our life is exactly just like that. It removes the ignorance, the veil of ignorance, and the avidya that actually does not let us see our true identity as the self alone and not being identified to anything else other than recognizing the pure tattva within us. So that is the significance of Deepam. It's not just about lighting the diyas or doing the columns or, like doing the celebration, but it is a time for us to go within and see and honor that light of the self that we are. On this is basically for those who do not know, Deepam is a 10-day celebration that is held at the town of Tiruvannamalai in Tamil Nadu in India. And at this time, there is the temple at Tiruvannamalai, the Shiva temple, Arunachaleshwara temple. So over a period of 10 days, all the deities, including Arunachaleshwara god and his consort, they are taken out in very, very gracious kind of chariots. And there are these processions in which they are celebrated by all the town people across the town. They're taken around. And on the 10th day, the culmination of the festival happens, which is today, wherein at evening 6 p.m., a Maha Deepam or a Maha Jyoti is lit at the summit of the Arunachala mountain. And that is so huge a light that it is visible to in the perimeter of about 35 kilometers. And so many people take the witnessing of this light is considered to be very auspicious and is supposed to be an invitation of this light into our life. So if it's possible for you at that time in the evening, do ensure that you are able to see the light at Arunachala or on the top. And it's not just about seeing the light on a online platform and that's about it. It's actually, in my perception, opening the inner eye and envisioning that light inside. So just spare even a few moments to meditate on that light within and take the darshans if possible. If possible, just light a small lamp or a few lamps in your own altar. Offer some flowers. it's not just about doing rituals that make us. Bhagwan was never into that format where he wanted to encourage us to do more ritual. But sometimes it's great to celebrate, and he was always a part of the celebration of others, even though he would not go out and do this, but he was never against it. So he, on every Deepam day, he came out and he watched the Arunachala mountain, and he revered in that delight uh, of the light that he was actually projecting from the Shiva himself. So that's about a little bit about Deepam. And then a little bit about me. I'm Dr. Pallavi. I'm a doctor based in Delhi, and I love to speak about Bhagwan, though I'm little reluctant because I feel that no amount of words can ever justify what we try to comprehend of Bhagwan. So as a part of my devotion to him, I have created a website called as myramanamaharishi.com, which is got a lot of devotional offerings and database from various devotees across the world. So there are blog posts, there are poems, there are bhajans. So any kind of way in which you feel that you would like to relay your devotion to Bhagwan, you can mail me that contribution, and I will list it up on that website where people from across the world can see the compilation. Also on the website, you will be able to see and harness a lot of free book PDFs. So on Bhagwan, so in case you're interested to read books, so you can download books from there, you can read. Also, there are many, many articles and important resource links on if you want to go deeper into understanding about or reading about Arunachala, reading about the devotees of Bhagwan. So you can please make a visit there. And these silent soulful satsangs are basically spaces where we have a 1 hour slot, and that's kind of divided into three parts. Where in the first part, we do a book reading from any of the books of Shree Bhagwan, and followed by that there is just a heartful sharing from anybody who would want to come forth and speak about how they feel connected to him or what are their experiences. So it's a very non-formal platform. It's not about just doing some scriptural study here, but it's about a group of us who are willing to share and outpour. And in the last part, we maintain silence for a few minutes because that is the practice. That is the Mula mantra of Sri Bhagwan, which we forget to abide in our urban lives. So definitely we voluntarily take out that time to keep silence. So starting with today's meeting, today we have Mr. Hitesh Modi. Namaste, Hitesh ji. He has very dutifully volunteered to read from Bhagwan's book. So, Hitesh, I would request you to show all of us the book that you are reading from and also do the reading.
Yeah. Shall I start, Dr. Pallavi?
Yes, please.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm going to read a share with the songs Reminiscence of Bhagwan Ramana by Vikash.
Hitesh ji, so sorry to interrupt you, but your voice
So,
is getting
chapter 1,
cracked. Your voice is getting cracked.
Ambrosial. Yeah.
I think that there is a network issue at your end due to which your voice is getting cracked. Would you have another Wi-Fi or anything which you can switch to for a better connectivity? Please unmute yourself, Hiteshi, and try speaking again. Sandeep,
Audible?
yeah, it just keeps coming and going, Hiteshji. Can you try speaking again? Yes. Please try speaking.
Am I clear now?
Mm, it's a little still blurred. Have you changed your Wi-Fi or anything? The net?
Yeah, I have disconnected.
No. What we'll do is that I'll do a reading. In the meanwhile, maybe you can connect from another network and try to rejoin the meeting again or something. Can that be done? Maybe not rejoin, but try using a different bandwidth.
Okay.
Yeah, now it's much clearer, your voice also. Try speaking. No, we can't hear you at all. So
Shall I re
let me
shall I
do the
rejoin?
reading. No, let me do the reading because I
Fine.
think maybe by that time your bandwidth would increase or something. Okay.
Okay, okay. No problem.
Okay. Okay. So I am actually sorry, the book is covered. I am reading from the book Conscious Immortality, and this is chapter 2, called as Fallacies of Religion. So this is in a question answer format where Bhagwan is being asked a question. When we worship images and forms, we are really worshipping ourselves in the images. Do Vishnu, Shiva, etc. actually exist? Answer. Individual human souls are not the only beings known. But instead of pursuing inquiry in this direction, why not inquire into yourself? To whom do these ideas actually arise? Scriptures say that God created you. But do you see God or anything else in your sleep? If God be real, why does he not shine in your sleep also? You are always. Now you are the same as what you were in your sleep. You are not different now from the one in sleep. Soul and God are only mental conceptions. Do you think of God in sleep? If God be real, he must remain always. You in sleep and wakefulness are just the same. If God be as true as yourself, God must exist in sleep as well as the self. This thought of God must exist in sleep and the self. Who thinks? Is it the body? This body does not speak. If so, did it speak in sleep? Who is this I? Are you aware of being in the body in sleep? The fact is that you are neither within and nor without the body. Ask for God's help in any effort. Is not that to be acquired by worship, etc.? Will not that be helpful? Bhagwan. Ishvara's grace and worship for it, etc., are intermediate steps adopted and necessary to be adopted so long as the goal is not reached. When that is reached, God alone is the self. A visitor asked Shree Bhagwan for prasad or gift or offering from his lunch, and Maharishi said, eat without thinking of the ego. Then what you eat becomes Bhagwan's prasad. If I give you one morsel from my plate, each one will ask for a morsel. What will be left for me if I distribute the whole plate to others? So you see, that is not devotion. There is no significance in eating a morsel from my plate. Be a true devotee. This is talk 228. The next question is, should I continue idol worship? So Bhagwan says, so long as you think that you are the body, there is no harm. It may lead to concentration of mind and make you become more one-pointed. Is there a separate being, Ishvara, who is the rewarder of virtue and punisher of sins? Is there actually a God? So Bhagwan says, yes. So this is from, I am reading this book every day, a little bit, maybe just a paragraph, because it's not about reading too much volume, but actually the words are deep, and the silence behind it is even deeper. And there's a lot of contemplation and vichara that needs to be done by the aspirant, and not just merely an intellectual read or grasping the words. So little reading every day by keeping a book on your desktop or your tabletop or your office desk could be a wonderful habit to keep yourself connected to Bhagwan. So now I will again request Hitesh ji. Hitesh ji, please try to speak now and share from your book.
Yeah, yeah. Now am I audible properly?
Yes, you are. Could you just put
Yeah,
on your video also?
I'll try.
Yeah,
How
now,
about it now?
yes, now it's
Clear?
wonderful.
Good. Thank you. So I will read from chapter 1, Ambrosial Ramana. This book is the Moments Remembered Reminiscences of Bhagwan Ramana by V. Ganeshan. Sri Muruganar, the poet saint and staunch bhakta of Sri Bhagwan, was ever willing to help and guide earnest seekers. He would melt even at the very mention of the name Ramana. Yet he was firm like a rock and unrelenting where it came to his teachings. In him, one found the perfect blend of bhakti and gnana. As far as Sri Bhagwan was concerned, he was totally, blindly devoted, so much so that he earned the name Shadow of Bhagwan. In guiding seekers and inculcating Bhagwan's teachings, he was stern and uncompromising. Once I told him that it was difficult for me to follow the Vichara Marga, and hence it was better that I take to other simpler methods, grow in maturity, and then try the inquiry method. He was quick in the response. That is all escapism. Having come to Bhagwan and knowing his teaching, you should plunge into self inquiry. One who has been drawn to Bhagwan is already on the direct path. When Bhagwan recommends other methods, they are meant only for those questioners, not for you. Bhagwan's path is the only path meant for you. Having come to him, why wander about? When I spoke to the same Muruganar a few days later about the fascination of his form and the music in his name, he burst out with tears welling up in his eyes. Yes, yes, Bhagwan's name is itself enough for us. His figure draws us to him only to absorb us into him. His name is all embracing. His form is all consuming. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Hitesh ji. This is absolutely blissful to hear these words, because the simplicity of how this devotion is, that just the name is enough. So, so for us who cannot do self inquiry, Bhagwan has suggested devotion to be a replacement to that, because it does not need so much of intellectual discrimination. You know, that viveka we don't have to do, the that vairagya we don't have to do the tapas. Then we can just be in that surrender, and just the name and the form, even looking at Bhagwan's picture, is itself absolutely something. It's not like just looking at any picture, because the way that it pierces your heart and, causes the blossoming to happen. There are these tears of devotion right now, hearing your book reading, and that is exactly coming via Bhagwan through you. So one need not be fearful if one wants to connect to Bhagwan and cannot do the inquiry. So just the name is enough. Just the form, looking at the form is also very much enough. And We can just do like a few minutes of silence every day. That would also be, I think, following the teaching as much. Thank you so much,
True.
Hitesh. Yes.
Thank you.
And is there anybody who wants to do a book reading for now? No, I don't think so. So I'm going to be sharing screen and I am going to be showing something from the, you may just be laughing at it, but it's going to be a cartoon. So are you able to see the screen? Is everybody able to see?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can
Yes,
see.
yes, we
Okay.
can.
Okay, so this is myramanamaharishi.com, the website, and there's this beautiful person called Kosi, and she has contributed these wonderful cartoons. She makes these cartoons on Advaita. So this is just a 1.5 minute clip, but you'll really find it wonderful. Just playing that for you.
Are you the enlightened master I have been seeking? Can you show me God? Who are you? My name is Zed and I am from the Amway tribe of the Great Northern Plains. I have been searching for a master who can set me free. Can you? Can you show me God? Who are you? What? Are you kidding? I just told you I am Zed. Are you sure? Who are you really? Well, I always thought I was Zed. And well, I am me. And where does this thought, I am me, arise from in your body? I don't know. Check and see. It arises from a vast silent aware nothing. Yes, now I know who you are. You are that. Oh my God. Wow. I am that. Yes, you are that. And that is God. And that is free. Always you have been free. You are vast, silent, indescribable, endless love. So simple. I am that and that is God. The vast, indescribable, endless love. And I am free. How can I ever repay you? Be yourself.
So I really love the way the presentation was done, and it's so simple, lucid, and hits at the point where the guru is absolutely able to reflect you back on yourself. And that is the power of Shree Bhagwan. Unlike all the other masters that we've known who've given us teachings, techniques, and ways to be ourselves, he's showing us the direct path that, be yourself. You are that. So I'm also wanting to show another cartoon. I'm drawn to show inspired. So please see that.
Hi, my name is Kendra. I'm an emissary of the Kenyatta tribe. Are you? I mean, are you the? You? Geez, I can't seem to think. My mind seems to have stopped. Oh, I see. Emptiness?
Yes, emptiness.
This is kinda big. Well, huge. Did you notice that this emptiness is vast? As in endlessly vast?
Yes, it is vast.
Am I that?
Yes, you are that.
Are you that?
Yes, I am that.
Am I this? This endlessness? This freedom?
Yes, you are this endlessness, this freedom.
I'm this and that?
Yes, you are this and that.
And you are this and that?
Yes, I am this and that.
Everything is included in this and that?
Yes, everything is included. We are the same self, the only reality.
Emotions are included. even bad unspiritual emotions like anger. And thoughts? What about thoughts? And negative emotions?
Stop.
What?
Stop. And see. Where do your thoughts arise from and fall back into?
I don't think you understand. When I get mad, watch out. I'll flip off a whole herd of giraffes. And oh God, if there is a group of us and we get scared, we're talking stampede. Yes, not pretty. You know, we are on the large side, and a herd of us can do some damage.
What happens before you get mad? What happens before you flip off the giraffes? Slow it down and see.
Well, first there is a feeling. You know, giraffes can be such jerks, spitting their cuds on the ground. You know, nasty. And when they whistle at me and say, hey babe, well, first I feel a sensation in my gut. Disgust. And then there's this thought, idiots. Can't you see I am a married elephant? Can't you see the ring on my index toe? You know, I get triggered. And then, well, then the old arm automatically shoots up in the air with an extended middle toe. You know, they always get the message.
Are you experiencing this feeling now? Can you evoke it?
Oh yes. That's easy. I can feel it in my gut.
What is it made of?
It has no substance.
And if you rewind your thought, idiots, can't you see I am a married elephant? If you stop and look, where does that thought come from? And where does it fall back into?
Oh my. It rises out of the empty vast silence. In my heart. Oh, this is a bit humbling. We are back to this and that, right?
Yes. Do you see how nothing is separate from this unmoving presence?
Oh, yes.
Now, any time you feel the sensation of disgust, can you stop? Can you stop following the thoughts that arise? Can you keep your attention on the unmoving source?
This makes me laugh out loud. Yes, and this might be challenging in an actual situation.
Yes, you have to be vigilant.
Vigilant?
Yes, pay attention, stop, and be still.
Oh, I see. How long do I need to be vigilant?
Until your very last breath.
Do you mean for the rest of my life?
Yes, but you don't have to do vigilance. There is no doing involved.
No doing? What do you mean?
Simply be still. Notice the feeling to move against, move away, or move toward, and stop. Don't touch a single thought. Be still.
But it happens so fast. I mean, when the giraffes say, hey babe, or worse, hey dude, my arm shoots up so fast to flip them off. I mean, it really pisses me off.
Yes, and you can stop. Notice how it happens. Feel the impulse and stop.
Oh, yes. If I am still and quiet, I can see it. The moment of choice. The thought that says, flip those idiots off now. Yes, it happens quick, but I see it.
Good. Very good. What are you experiencing now?
This and that. The stillness. This amazing peace. And love. Like everything is love. Even the giraffes are love. Oh, I get it. The giraffes are this and that too. Wow.
Yes, I am so happy for you.
Thank you so much.
You are so welcome.
Namaste.
Namaste.
So I hope that you enjoyed the messages that are in these cartoons. I found them to be really quick and snapping at us, and how we, when we are angry, it's just so much in that moment that we are not able to step back into that pause and do the witnessing or the observation. But if we can cultivate it as a reflex, then every action, every moment in our life will be always more of a witnessing than and a participant. Then that is just like a lifetime of work, not just sitting for a dedicated few moments or like a slotted time for the remembrance, because it's about the moment to moment flow, about the moment to moment witnessing and observation of the self from which all these emotions and reflections and projections are coming out. I'll also be sharing the screen again, where we will be listening to Akshar Manmalai. Akshar Manmalai, just a few verses of it, so that on today's day, we can do a short remembrance and listen to these verses. 1 minute. Just give me a moment. Sandeep, is my screen visible?
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay. Just enjoy the verses, the melody, and also the few explanations in the subtitles. So we heard the Akshar Manmalai and its beautiful verses. If any of you would want to take 5 minutes to share any experience or what you're experiencing now or how you connect to Bhagwan, what inspires you to see him, anybody can just unmute and share. Sushma, would you like to share something? Okay, so we will maintain 10 minutes of silence. Please do not leave the meeting before it
Can
ends. Yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
Can I?
Yes, please.
Fine. For me, I got introduced to Bhagwan's teachings 25 years ago. And from that day on, that was the time, when I had my sons, daughter, all were, 8 to 10 years old. And me and my wife, we both are devotee to Bhagwan. So we used to feel, a lot of, we had this concern about how to groom our children, how to do good parenting. That was one challenge what we had that time. Apart from them, for my living, I do my business. तो तभी भी वो काफी देयर वर अनआंसर्ड क्वेश्चंस लाइक पैसे कमाने हैं तो क्यों कमाना, अगर किसी से ज्यादा मुनाफा लेना है तो क्यों लेना चाहिए, देयर इज अ मिक्सचर ऑफ गिल्ट, ड्यूटीज, रिवॉर्डिंग, दिस एस्पिरेशन, सो मेनी थिंग्स. तो उस टाइम पे जब भी भगवान का टीचिंग और भगवान के कहने से जो हम साइलेंस में बैठते थे, आई वुड टेल यू कि काफी मेरे अनआंसर्ड क्वेश्चंस सॉर्ट आउट हो, एंड टुडे लाइक यू आर सॉर्टेड आउट. मतलब ऐसा कोई सवाल ही नहीं है जहां पर ऐसा लगे कि नहीं ये भी हो सकता है वो भी हो सकता है. तो वो एक चीज मिला. एंड आई हैड रेड सम लिटरेचर ऑफ स्वामी विवेकानंद. तो उसमें उन्होंने एक बार बहुत बार लिखते हैं कि हमारे जो अंदर जो सीड्स है, सीड्स ऑफ द कर्मा, सीड्स ऑफ अवर लॉन्गिंग, वो डिस्ट्रॉय हो जाना चाहिए. बट आई नेवर गॉट द टेक्निक ऑफ हाउ टू डू दैट. तो भगवान के ये टीचिंग से जब भी साइलेंस में और जब भी मेडिटेशन में बैठते हैं, तो धीरे धीरे ही इंस्पायर्ड मी कि जैसा इसमें भी आपने जो भी शेयर, ये जो दो वीडियोस भी दिखाए कि we are in the maze of this life, in the domain of the mind, जहाँ पर हमको काफी चीज like emotions, then you have logic, you have duty, you have lot of things जिसके बीच में से अपना जीवन को आगे लेना है. और वो इतना इजी हो गया कि the moment I get the longing, भगवान मुझे यही बताते हैं कि who is having this longing, किसको ये फीलिंग हो रहा है, किसको एंगर हो रहा है, किसको कुछ लोभ भी हो जाता है, कुछ जो भी हो जाता है, डिस्टर्बेंस हो जाता है, इवन आई गेट ओवरवेल्म। अभी आज सुबह की ही बात है, जब भी आई हैड शेयर्ड विद टोल्ड यू दैट आई वुड बी शेयरिंग, आई वुड डू द रीडिंग, आई एम रेडी टू डू दैट। तो मुझे सुबह सुबह एक ही कंसर्न थोड़ा हो गया कि मेरा मोबाइल ठीक चलेगा कि नहीं, मैं जो पढ़ूंगा वो लोगों तक प्रोनाउंसिएशन ठीक जाएगा कि नहीं, कैसा रहेगा। तो इमीडिएटली आई कुड कैच माई सेल्फ कि हाउ आई एम अटैच टू माई नॉन सेल्फ। मैं अच्छा दिखना चाहिए, मैं प्रेजेंटेबल होना चाहिए, लोग इम्प्रेस होना चाहिए, लोग मुझे एडमायर करना चाहिए, दैट वो लॉन्गिंग फॉर एडमायरेशन, वो भी अभी वो जो ग्रिप है वो धीरे धीरे जा रहा है। तो देन आई रियली फील दैट अगर ये सब चले जाएगा तो बाकी क्या रहेगा, ओनली सेल्फ। दैट्स इट, थैंक यू।
So, very well said कि बाकी क्या रहेगा, we are just 25 grams of ash, that's it, that we are. And there is no, nothing that will serve us, no connections, nothing will serve us more than the remembrance of this self. And आपने बहुत अच्छे से बोला कि आप कैसे in your day-to-day life you're observing your bhavas that are flowing across the substratum of the self. For example, today morning you had these bhavas, but the good thing is that you are able to observe them happening. It's not just that you are engaged in them. So that is the practice where we are able to not just go jump into our emotion, but take that pause out. And basically, Bhagwan's guidance is always and ever available at the right point of time for each of us whenever we are going through a maze and we are in that conflict. तो अपने आप वो guidance या तो inner चक्षु से आती है या फिर बाहर किसी न किसी के through we get that message, and the conflict ends and we are at peace with ourselves. So we need to learn to lean more on Bhagwan than on the strategic mind, which we are so always gripped with that we want to do the work all on our own self, when he has said very well that you must surrender and just leave your burdens to me. But हम नहीं सुनते हैं और हम बार बार अपनी चिंताओं की बोझा लेकर अपने सर के ऊपर बैठे रहते हैं. So the more we are in devotion, the more we are able to lean, and the more we are observant, we are able to see the true nature of the self. So thank you very much, Hitesh ji. You have been a long time connection with Bhagwan, and I'm sure that your life must have blossomed in this 25 years is not a short time. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. And let's just keep silence, all of us, for about 8 minutes now. Please don't leave the meeting. Don't think that this is a vain practice. Just try to be silent with your eyes open or closed, howsoever you are comfortable.